Thank you for watching the Solid Sports and Gaming channel right here on YouTube and via the PlayStation Network. I'm Troy West and thank you. You're watching another presentation of the Solid Sports video blog. This is episode 64, the Thursday Night Football edition. And this week the matchup is the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll go to East Rutherford, New Jersey to face the New York Giants this week. Thank you so much. And of course I have my power rankings as well going into week 6. Week 6 already. Season seems like it's moving along pretty good, right? Eagles of course coming at 2-3. Giants are 1-4, both coming off tough losses this past week. Of course a big division game in the NFC East. Of course both teams struggling, really the whole division. There's nobody over 500, so this is a big game if you look at it in that way. Of course we'll be on Saturday as well with our normal blog, and we'll talk about the baseball playoffs and all other types of stuff. What happened during the week. NBA season started soon as well, so we'll talk all about that Saturday. But this is a Thursday Night Football edition when I preview the Thursday night game. We're going to start by talking about the Eagles. They're the road team. They're 3-point favorites though going into the game. Of course I told you they tough loss against Minnesota last week. They lost by 2, 23-21. I watched that game. Minnesota pretty much controlled most of the game. Eagles tried to come back near the end, but just couldn't. And for the Eagles, I got down here Super Bowl winning hangover. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the loser don't do too well the next year. In the NFL, it's hard to repeat. Ain't nobody repeated since the Patriots won 2 straight. I want to say 03 and 04. New England went back to back, but since then it's been a different champion every year. Nobody's gone back to back, so you knew it was going to be a tough year for the Eagles. Not probably as easy as it was last year, or some bumps in the road. Of course, with Carson Wentz just getting back, he looks okay. You can tell he's a little rusty. Overall, he's played pretty decently. It's a big road game for the Eagles, though. And of course, injury to Jay Ajayi, that's going to hurt them in the running game. Still got a good crew of running backs, so hopefully they can offset that. Also, Jeffrey's starting to get back into the swing of things as well. I think the Eagles are looking better. I wouldn't panic too much yet. I still think they're the favorites to win this division. Of course, like I said, everybody, I think it's a 3-way tie. I think the Eagles, Cowboys, and Redskins are 2-3, and then the Giants at 1-4. But they only a game back, so. But I think the Eagles still got to be the favorite in this division. I still think they're gonna win this division as well. The Giants, of course, the Odell Beckham fiasco that's went on. He went on ESPN, did an interview, pretty much talked about how the offense need to do this, do that. It basically said a lot of stuff. Head coach sort of clapped back and tried to diffuse it. So it's a whole lot of drama, but Odell Beckham, he's going to always be a firecracker, either on or off the field, but he does show up every Sunday, so maybe he should have held back a little bit what he said, but most of it was sort of true, so but the reports I'm hearing, everybody like him. He's real respected in the locker room, so don't think it's caused any friction. So we'll see. And the offense did play a lot better last week. Of course, they lost to Carolina 33-31. So on a last second 65-yarder. So I mean, they was pretty much they played well enough to win the game. But we'll see how they perform this week. It's a big division game. We'll see how they react now. Short week. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a distraction for them. But the Giants, I mean, they got the talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line has been the big issue. They let go of Flowers. I think they put him on the waiver wire, I believe. So let's see how they fix this offensive line. But division games always, you never know, energized at home. As we know, the Thursday night home. I think the home team won every game so far this year. The home team always have a big advantage, so maybe that'll help the Giants compete in this game. But we'll see. Is the season already over for the Giants? I don't think so. Like I said, they still only one game out. If they lose this game, they still will be, well, they'll be 2 out to the Eagles. So, and still playing one more time, still a lost season. Didn't really look at their schedule, but I don't think their schedule gets too much easier from here. But I wouldn't write them off yet. Probably there's only going to be one team coming out this division this year. It ain't going to be 2 teams in the playoffs this year in this division. So whoever win the division, that'll be it. That'll make the playoffs. But I still like the Eagles, like I said, to win this division. But Giants can't write them off completely yet. And even if they lose this game, I still think they got a chance to win this division. But I still feel like the Eagles is overall is the better team out of all the teams that's competing. So I got a score. I think it'll be a close game. Like I said, division games are always close, especially on a short week like this. The teams know each other. I think it's going to be a real close, tight game. I got the Eagles winning by a field goal, 23-20. Like I said, I think Carson Wentz will look the best as he's. This will be his best game he had since he came back. I think the Giants will move the ball as well. I think it's going to be, like a slip. I think it's going to be more defensive. I think in the second half, things start to open up a little bit. But I got the Eagles winning 23-20. I think they move on, get even again, and get back on top of the division. Giants will go 1-5, and there'll be a whole lot of hoopla and talk and all that. But you're still just 2 games out with more than half the season to go, so can't write them off completely yet. They probably won't be a wild card team, but they'll still be able to win this division, maybe. But I mean, their chances dip, but I won't write them completely off and say their season's over if they lose this game. So we'll see. It's just in Thursday night game, so we'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Of course, I do my power rankings every Wednesday as well on this edition of the Solid Sports Video Blog. Some teams separated themselves, so we'll see. I'm gonna start with number 5. I got the Bears in the 5th position. They was 4th last week. They didn't play last week, which kind of hurts you sometimes when you have a bye. You get to sit, but like I said, I'm really impressed with the Bears right now. They're in the lead of the NFC North. The defense is out of sight with Khalil Mack. I think the Bears, they got a big game this week, so we'll see how they perform. But they still in my top 5 and stay at number 5. Number 4 is Cincinnati Bengals. They was tied for 5th last week, but I had like 4 teams tied for 5th. Just impressed with them. This to tell me who they really are this week as well. They had a home game against the Steelers. The Steelers look like they're starting to get their legs back under them. So it's a big game this week. They win that game, definitely you have to say they're contenders in the AFC at least. So the Bengals at number 4. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Seems like the defense starting to get it back together again. If the defense play well, the Saints is definitely a Super Bowl contender. And that's how they looked the last 2 weeks. Demolished the Redskins on Monday night. Of course, Drew Brees breaking the yardage record. So the Saints to be a strong number 3. Number 2, the Kansas City Chiefs. Destroyed the Jacksonville Jaguars. If their defense play like that, this is another team that could go very far. But the Chiefs have had strong starts before and then tailed off. So hopefully this year will be different for them. But 5-0 and continuing to light the scoreboard up. Mahomes coming back down to earth a little bit. He's still playing pretty well. I got Kansas City number 2. And number 1, the Los Angeles Rams. Impressive, but to me they win last week was impressive. Of course, like I said, division games are always tough, no matter the difference in talent, because of how much you know the other team. Winning Seattle, won that game. Seattle fought hard, was in the whole game, but Rams was able to pull it out. I see some people got Kansas City over the Rams because they saying that win was more impressive against Jacksonville, but I argue that it's almost pretty much equal. Like I said, division games are tough to win, especially road ones. And then when I'm on a road and beat Seattle in Seattle, to me they're just a deeper team. So I can understand. Kansas City got a good case to be #1, but especially by the people that have played so far. But gotta give the Rams the nod. But if the Chiefs go into Foxborough, I think it's in New England and beat New England. I don't know who the Rams play. I know the Chiefs play Sunday night against the Patriots. They win that game, especially if they win it convincingly. I might can leapfrog them over the Rams. Depends on who the Rams play and how they look. So that's my power rankings for Week 6. Number 5, the Chicago Bears. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Number 2, the Kansas City Chiefs. And number 1, the Los Angeles Rams. So like I said, interesting Week 6 coming up. Like I said, I already told you what's coming up this Saturday. As far as my video game playthroughs, Black Ops 4 actually is downloaded right now on my hard drive a couple of days early. But definitely Saturday I'll be doing something live with that. So come and join me. I'll probably do a load on Instagram as well. I might start on Instagram. Do it a little, do like 10 minutes on Instagram and then switch it back out. You have to come over on YouTube to watch the rest. But that's coming up. I'm trying to do a Spider-Man video in a little bit. And Mega Man 11. Like I said, just been tired. Been lazy. Ain't been trying to do it. Well, Mega Man, you know how difficult that game can be if you ever played any Mega Man. So it was one stage I tried a couple of times and didn't finish it, so I gotta finish that. That's all. That's it. I thank everybody again for the support as always. I'm gonna post my power rankings list on Instagram in a little bit. See if anybody wanna dialogue and disagree with it or agree with it. Have a little discussion about that. But this is a big game tomorrow, the Eagles and Giants, so we'll see how that goes out. Again, Saturday I have previews of the NL and ALCSs is already set in baseball. Red Sox finishing off the Yankees last night, so it'll be Boston and Houston in the American League, and it'll be Milwaukee and Los Angeles in the National League. I think that starts Friday, so one game will be already in by the time we do the blog, but I'll still give you my predictions on that, who I think will make it to the World Series now. In the American League, I'm still probably going with Houston because I picked them in the beginning of the year. To SSVB, I think they're the best team overall out of all these teams that's left, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about NBA. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. The McGregor fight, all the fiasco from that as well. So definitely join me on Saturday. But that'll do it. Like I said, these vlogs don't usually be too long. It's just the preview of the Thursday night game. Enjoy it tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I thank you so much for watching. Check out all the rest of my projects right here on the channel. I'll try to do some more video game playthroughs as much as I can. And I thank you guys for all the support. I'm Troy West, and thank you. You're watching the Solid Sports Gaming channel right here on YouTube via the PlayStation Network. Solid Sports Video Blog, episode 64 is concluded. October 10th, 2018. I think I forgot to say the date I usually do. And thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.